Hello everyone, welcome back to my main channel. Today we're talking about how to remain calm and secure and safe in a world that feels so scary and feels like it's changing every single day. By the way, if I look so red, it's because I'm back in Australia. We made it out of Dubai. And there's no air conditioner in my room and it's literally like 35 degrees. See, this is what I gave up. I gave up missiles for no air conditioner. Anyways, I am trying to go back to Dubai in like a week. I thought this video would be very relevant to the current situation unfolding in the world. On top of everything else that's changing, such as AI, I know that's very frightening for a lot of people. It just seems like things are changing so fast. And I know my generation especially, we feel like, is there even a future for us? What is going to happen to our jobs? Is the world gonna blow up? There is so much uncertainty and there's so much fear mongering. And, you know, I live in Dubai. If you don't know what's happening right now, you can definitely Google it because I'm not going to really speak much on it in this video. But let's just say when Dubai started to get attacked, it was so frightening and it dysregulated my nervous system so much. Even though, like, life still went on as normal, my friends weren't afraid. I was not actually afraid of the missiles necessarily. It was the uncertainty around the whole situation. I remember feeling so stressed. I had to write on paper, like, why do I feel this way? It wasn't actually, I'm afraid of dying, I'm afraid of missiles. It was, I was afraid of the uncertainty that, okay, all of my friends are leaving. Dubai feels like such a transitory place. It felt like to me that this life I had built there could be taken away from me. This place that I chose to call home, I decided that I wanted to live there for a long time. It felt like this could be taken from me. It was just all the uncertainty around it. And for the first 2 weeks, every day I was waking up, I was going on X, reading all of this fear mongering, like this fake news. I would do this for the first 5 hours of the day. Like, it threw my routine off completely. I decided, okay, let me like go back to Australia, ground myself for 1-2 weeks. And even in Australia, I found myself feeling so ungrounded because, again, I wasn't afraid of actually the missile threat because I knew that was handled. It was the uncertainty around everything. And I had to set these guidelines for myself that I think will be very relevant for you. The number one thing I need you to realize is that you are not weak for feeling overwhelmed. Our amygdala is designed to process threat. And it's processing threat 24/7, especially if you are on social media. What's happening with the economy, wars, pandemics, literally rage bait online from the algorithm. Imagine doing this 24/7, like what is happening to your brain? Your biology is literally being hijacked. So the fear that you're feeling might not even be yours. And that's what I realized when I was in Dubai. The fear was not actually mine. It was from everything I was reading. I think day 4 or 5, I was waking up, like my life was so normal. I did not even think about what was happening because it was taken care of, like I said. But the moment I would get on X, there would be some person, some random person who doesn't even live in my city, fear mongering on the other side of the world, and I would start to freak out. So before you try to fix your mindset, you need to know that it is literally your body's responsibility to respond to threat. And that's why you need to take precautions and measures to prevent your brain from getting hijacked. So number one, stop being on social media so much, especially X. You need to set up certain keywords for yourself and time limits to prevent fear-mongering content from coming up on your feed. I would never not be informed because one whole thing about fear is you want to feel in control. So in order to feel in control, you have to know what's going on. So I would set maybe like 20 minutes per day to read on the news from reliable sources. Number two, you will get into a spiral of monitoring the situation if you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and you don't set these limits for yourself. It becomes very, very addictive. And eventually you're seeking safety through your social media feed versus within yourself, and that's something we'll talk about in a bit. When you doom scroll, you're activating your reticular activating system and your brain's going to enter a negativity bias feedback loop where if you're just consuming so much negative news all the time, not necessarily about war, but you know, it can be about AI is going to take our jobs, you will start to filter this out in your everyday life and see your world through this lens of negativity versus this lens of positivity. On this channel, we talk about manifestation, neuroscience, psychology, and I always say, if you guys want to receive better things in the world, become a happier person, you need to trick your reticular activating system to see all the positives in life and in the world. You are literally in control. You cannot look into a mirror and expect the mirror to smile back at you. You need to first smile into the mirror. That means your inner world is far more important than your outer world. And in times like this, it is more evident than ever. For example, in this situation, when I left Dubai, I thought I'll come back to Perth, my hometown, and feel more comfortable and grounded. And I didn't, because my inner world was chaotic, because the outer world was so chaotic that it affected me so much, and I had not been able to ground the inner world yet. And then I look at all my friends there who are like so calm, and honestly, majority of the people are fine. FYI, like, I'm not going to talk about this too much, but what you see on social media is very, very different to the life I was living over there. I think people across the world were far more scared than we actually were in Dubai. Also guys, in times like these, if you are someone who is prone to anxiety, prone to worrying, I really recommend working with a therapist, because they will be able to help ground you, put things into perspective. You need someone to co-regulate your nervous system with. It's even more important if everyone in your environment is dysregulating you, that you have a therapist in times like these. Anyways, my therapist is the one who helped me go through all of my somatic practices. She was like, hold yourself and feel safe in your body and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to do it. I was like, I don't want to do this. And because I've worked with her for so long, she knows me so well now. And she's like, well, Simone, if you don't do this, XYZ thing is going to happen like it happened to you last time. And she helps bring me back to safety and into my body. And your therapist is going to help give you tools that you need to regulate yourself. And I don't do therapy all the time. I always say, like, you only need to do therapy for a couple of months. It's an investment. And you stop when you feel like you don't need it anymore. And when you're going through a dark time again, you can always call upon your therapist again. And it's just nice knowing that no matter what, you have somebody there who is literally there to just help you and make you feel better. Because I remember when I would feel so bad, I would look forward to my like 4 p.m. session, because at least I knew, okay, I'm gonna feel bad this whole day, and like right now I cannot regulate myself, but I know at 4 p.m. I'm calling my therapist and I'm going to feel better, because every time I come out of this session and I feel better and she helps me. And sometimes that's all you need, like one consistent thing or one consistent person which is going to help ground you. By the way, thank you to our paid partner today, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is my favorite way to do therapy, because number one, it's entirely online, and they are the largest online therapy service provider. I've worked with them and also used BetterHelp for many, many years, so I 100% vouch for them. It's so convenient because you don't need to go in person. I can call my therapist anytime based on their availability. I can also message them anytime, which for me is very, very helpful, because sometimes I also don't want to call. And you can video call, or you can voice call if you don't want to show your face. And it's just so easy to get started. Like, all you need to do is fill out a questionnaire, and within a couple of days you will be matched with a credentialed therapist who is right for you. Now, if they're not right for you, because therapy is like dating, you can change for free of charge as well, and you can change it anytime, and it's super easy. BetterHelp has a 4.8 star rating out of 5 on the App Store, and over 6 million people are using BetterHelp to help them feel safer in a world that is so chaotic. So why don't you use my link right here to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. So my friends' inner worlds, they are so calm, like their nervous system is so regulated, and they have enough knowledge to be able to feel safe with what they know, that they don't need to go out and seek unnecessary content on X or social media. And when your nervous system is calm, it is very difficult for you to be disrupted. Versus if your nervous system is dysregulated, one little thing can just tip you over the edge. So you really need to work on building a safe inner environment for yourself, and not outsourcing your safety to other things. For example, you might outsource your safety to your romantic partner, to a friend. It's super important that you can detach from these things and find safety in yourself. For example, I used to always say that when I would travel, it would make me feel stressed out and dysregulated, when usually for the average person it does the opposite. That was because I was so dysregulated that when I would travel, I'm taken out of my routine, my physical environment where I feel safe, and I did not feel safe in my own body, that anywhere I went, I would feel unsafe, because I was relying on my outer environment and the consistency of my routine to make me feel safe. But you need to remember that you are a home. Your safety is in your own body. Your home is literally here. You are your home. So if you can feel safe in your body, you can be anywhere in the world, you can be in any situation, and you can tap into that safety that you feel within yourself. And that all comes down to nervous system regulation. Going back to outsourcing your safety to other people, also, you need to not let other people dysregulate you. For example, if everyone in your environment is feeling so afraid, they're all like, oh my God, the end of times is coming, of course you're going to be the next person to freak out, because everyone around you is sharing this belief, and that belief is going to get pushed on you. So it's so important that you have friends who actually have a healthier mindset and can help you stay grounded, especially if you're someone who is really susceptible to fake news. Next, you need to feel in control. Like I said earlier, a lot of fear is you actually losing control. So when COVID happened and war, yes, people were afraid of dying, but they're also afraid of like, how is this going to impact my future and my dreams and everything I had planned for myself? You feel like these people who are in power are taking like your literal life from you. And that's how I felt, at least. So I had to think about, how can I feel in control here? And let's talk about AI as well. What you can do is, first of all, know that there's really nothing you can do. You can't go and stop the war. You can't go and stop AI from progressing. FYI, I'm using these two topics in the video because I think these are two things people are very afraid of. You cannot stop these two things from progressing. It is literally entirely out of your hands, but you can do your part for yourself to make you feel more in control. So with AI, you can be one of the people who complain about how bad it is, how it's going to impact the world negatively. Here's the thing, I'm a realist. This has started already. It's not slowing down anytime soon. And all the complaining in the world is not going to get you your job back or the life we had a couple of years ago. You need to start to use these AI tools to actually become better at your job, to help it enhance your life and become one of those people who sees opportunity instead of threat. Literally go onto Claude, paste your entire job description and say, how can I make sure that I'm not going to be unemployed in 5 years, and what are the AI tools I need to learn? I use AI for everything, guys. It will 10x your life if you are able to use it properly. But in a world that is changing so fast, you cannot outsource your own safety to the government, to people who are in control of making these laws, hoping someone's going to make a law that, oh, we shouldn't let AI progress beyond a certain point so that X amount of people can still have jobs. Like, you cannot give up your power like that. You must take it into your own hands. And when you do, you will feel less anxiety. You will feel more in control. If you're afraid of war, you need to think about the things that you can do for yourself to remain in control, which means doing these things every day, doing little actions every day, which is going to make you feel in control and like you still have some stability in your life, which means you have a consistent routine. Consistent routines are optimal for feeling safe in your body and regulating your nervous system. You have a consistent routine, you have a solid friendship group, you actually feel safe in your home environment and in your body. If you don't feel safe at your home, you're actually physically under threat. You're going to have to figure out how to move. One thing that I did was, on the first 2 days, it was really uncertain. I remember the first night we got the warnings, my whole group chat the whole night was like blowing up. Some of them were sleeping in their bedrooms. I couldn't sleep that night because I remember I went to the supermarket, I bought a backpack, I put like cash in it and all these things, like thinking I'm gonna drive to Oman and escape this. Like, we didn't know what was happening. While I didn't think it would escalate to that stage, just having that backup plan is what I needed to feel in control and more safe. So you don't need to listen to what other people think you should do or shouldn't do, because so many of my friends were like, we're not going to Oman, why are you getting a backpack, this is so ridiculous. And I didn't care. You need to think about what makes you feel safe, and that's what made me feel safe and in control. I need a backup plan for everything. Next, you need to determine what happiness and safety looks like for you. Going back to the previous point, you can't let your friends and the people around you tell you what is right and what's wrong, and tell you what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing, because ultimately everything you do should be for you. Every action you take should be to optimize your own safety and your own happiness. For example, safety to me looks like I feel safe in my body and in my environment. So I left Dubai, I came to Perth. I didn't feel more safe because I didn't feel safe in my body. Like, it threw me off so bad that it might take me another month now to feel safe in my body again. Like, for me, my dysregulation goes crazy. It takes me so much to get back to baseline. But removing that one element of uncertainty will help me get there faster. You have to know what is good for you and how your body reacts. And if you don't really know yourself that well, what I recommend is, starting from today, every night before you go to bed, write a list of things that you did which made you feel safe or happy, and a list of things you did that caused you to feel the opposite way. And if you do this every single day, you're going to start to notice a pattern. You can also put this into Claude, and it can help generate a spreadsheet for you, so you can actually see figuratively and numerically how your daily actions are impacting you and to what extent. Next, guys, we only have the now. There is really no point worrying about the future. Only worry about what you can control in the now and what you can do right this second to make you feel better. I've spent a lot of time the past 2 weeks because I was dysregulated. When you're dysregulated, you don't think right. Just saying. I spent a lot of time the past 2 weeks, like, literally outsourcing safety to people because I wasn't thinking straight. And thinking about, like, my future plans. I was like, I need to buy land in Argentina and New Zealand. But then I was thinking, okay, hypothetically, if there was a nuclear war, I don't even think I would want to live on a farm in New Zealand. And then I gotta learn how to, like, feed these cows and do all the farming. Like, bro, just take me out of that point. Seriously. So then I realized, sorry guys, I'm scaring you. So then I realized, what the hell am I doing? Because right now, I'm fear-mongering myself. 2, do I even want that future? 3, that might not even happen. The only thing I can do is actually, like, focus on the right now and do things which make me feel better. So all you need to do, guys, is focus on the moment and the things you can control. You can control what comes up on your social media feeds. Like, when a negative post comes up, just hit, I don't want to see things like this. My feed is all puppies now. If I hear news of something that's going on at home, it's usually from one of my friends. And then I know it's legit. And I think about, do I need to worry about this? Do I not need to worry about it? But before, when I was at the peak dysregulation, when this all started, things that, like, literally weren't even happening in my city or in my vicinity would be affecting me. Because my reticular activating system was now looking for everything negative, everything we can worry about. Because your nervous system has become so activated, and it's almost like trying to stay in this state. Like, you're in the state of fight or flight or freeze. Anyways, I'm going back in a week and I can't wait to go back because life is normal. I miss my friends. I miss my routine. I'm really grateful for the defense system in the UAE for taking care of us, and I hope everything gets resolved soon wherever you guys are in the world. I hope you're doing well. Even if you're not under threat of missiles, I know that it's so scary thinking about what is going to happen, but take these actionable steps and I'm sure you will feel much better. Guys, I hope this video has helped you feel better. Also, more regular videos will be coming for me. I have been working on a lot of projects recently, and honestly, the war thing really threw me off for a couple of weeks. So we're coming back bigger and better. I'm so excited for 2026, guys. Thank you for your patience with me. I might even start vlogging on my, like, 5th channel. I got so many channels. Okay, ich liebe dich. Tschüss.